So, the Trump-Zelensky stuff was a fucking fiasco. Like, an actual clusterfuck that made not only Trump seem very weak, but by virtue of that, also America very weak. We look like a bunch of big crybaby fucking bully infants. And it's kind of fucking ridiculous, actually. I'm real fucking sick of fucking having to say that this man is our leader. I'm real sick of having a literal fucking toddler being the one that's the chief man in charge. I'm real sick of how dumb it's making us look that we apparently elected this man. And it's all real evidenced by this fiasco of a fucking interview meeting, diplomatic meeting, whatever they're calling it now. It's a fiasco though. I've heard a lot of people say that, like, maybe it was, like, planned to be some kind of an ambush, and I can, like, sort of see that. I do think that they were trying to upset Zelensky so they'd have an excuse, but it didn't fucking work, as evidenced by the video. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it, and we're just gonna add in our commentary wherever we can. JD Vance is the biggest little baby? Correct. Objectively correct. So, let's just, let's do this.
America and for the good of the world. I'm aligned with the world, and I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred, and I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world.
I'm aligned with the world.
With Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough.
I'd be so tough. I can be tough. I'd be so tough. I hate how he talks. It's so fucking stupid. Like, genuinely, my brain still starts to commit ritualistic seppuku. Because it feels like that's the only way to maintain their honor in the death, that his manner of speech causes. And, like, I know that's not a new fucking complaint, but the fact that he has to repeat everything, like, 3 fucking times and say it dumber every single time he repeats it is so fucking annoying, dude. Like, genuinely.
That's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
I would respond to this. So, look. For 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway.
Engage in diplomacy. Have you tried engaging in diplomacy, Zelensky? Says JD Vance, bitch baby, vice bitch baby in chief. Like, yes. Yes? Yeah. Uh-huh. We tried that. That was step number 1. Actually, that was step number 1 in the talks.
Pumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is...
Let me roll that back for a second.
Of thumping our chest and pretending the chunk of the country, the path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What made diplomacy and talk tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy.
Okay, we should engage in diplomacy. We tried thumping our chest.
That the President of the United States' words...
We tried thumping our chest, so we should try to talk it out and use diplomacy. Because we already tried thumping our chest and then pretending that the president's words matter more than their actions. Baby! Diplomacy is words! What are you talking about? I'm losing my mind. I had to listen to it a few times over to make sure that I was getting exactly what he was putting out there. He literally said, we need to try diplomacy. We've already tried thumping our chest and pretending that the president's words matter more than their actions. Like, what do you think diplomacy is, baby? I know it's not just words. Like, I know there is some action upon which you can take that can also be diplomatic action. But, like, diplomacy starts with words. Words are, in fact, important, as you demonstrate later, because you cry that Zelensky hasn't personally kissed your ring, sucked on your toes, and fucking thanked you for the privilege of being able to come here to be berated by you. So what do you fucking think? Words aren't important unless they're words of people sucking me personally off, of course. Then they're very important, and I'm gonna throw a big baby bitch fit that I have not been personally thanked at least 10 times in this conversation. All right, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. I'm all right today. I'm just doing my politics stuff. All right.
Mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact
2015.
2014.
2014 and
2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah,
That's exactly right.
Yeah, he already said that, fucking Trump. I wasn't here in 2015, 2014. Yeah, he said that. He said it was first Obama, and then Trump, and then Biden, and then Trump again. And he even added in a God bless Trump, that he'll stop this because he knows that he has to fucking cater to these fucking toddlers who are fucking interviewing him or like making a deal with him or whatever it is you want to call it. Like, yeah, Zelensky said you were not there when Russia fucking started this shit in Ukraine. He already acknowledged that. You aren't listening. Or you're so dementia-ridden that you can't fucking understand what the fuck is going on in this conversation. You're not able to follow. I'm literally fucking watching this on 1.25 speed, and I'm catching it better than you are. And you're supposed to be the leader of this fucking country. You're kidding me, right?
Till 2022, yeah, the situation the same. That people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversations, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him. Me, like a new president in 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel. We signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed with him with gas contract. Gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken the ceasefire. He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners.
JD Vance is like, have you tried diplomacy? And fucking Zelensky's like, yeah, we signed a ceasefire, and he broke it. What are you talking? What are you new? Are you new? Did you get born brand new yesterday? Like, it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Genuinely, like, ridiculous. Anyway.
But he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
Like, yeah, we did a ceasefire and he broke it. What fucking diplomacy are you talking about?
About the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come to the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and...
I can't believe you called me out for being wrong live on camera. When I called you out first for not doing diplomacy, which you absolutely did.
Forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring it into this conflict.
You should be thanking the president.
What problems we have?
I have been to.
Count once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happened.
And he's like, Zelensky's all right, come on, come back to Ukraine, see what the fuck is going on. And JD Vance is like, I have seen on the news.
Happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions.
Fucking JD. Okay, so I was only halfway paying attention to this when I was covering this on Friday. The fact that JD Vance is really sitting here like attacking Zelensky first, Zelensky correcting him, and then when fucking when JD Vance gets his turn to talk, goes on the offense, and then after he's on the offense is like, actually, you're the one that's disrespecting this administration, and you're the one attacking this administration, and I can't fucking believe you'd attack this administration when all fucking Zelensky did was, like, correct him. Like, no, JD Vance, you were just wrong, and you got told very politely that you were wrong. This administration.
Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean, and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless.
Oh, yeah, and here's where Trump throws a fucking fit himself. Because Zelensky's like, hey, you got a nice big fucking ocean. You got a huge fucking ocean over here. A gigantic fucking ocean that's fucking protecting you from the worst of what's going on here. But you're gonna feel it if fucking this comes, if this starts rolling across Europe, you're gonna feel it too. And Trump's like, don't tell me how to feel. Don't tell me how to feel. Don't you dare tell me how to feel. You can't tell me how to feel. You don't know how I'm gonna feel. Which is true, probably, because I doubt that he'll, first of all, he's not actually talking about your feelings. He's talking about, like, the effects that a war with Russia will have on the American continent, not feelings. But yeah, he can tell you, he can for a fact tell you that America will feel effects if a war with Russia gets ramped up and more of Europe gets tied into it. But let's let Trump have his fit. Let's let Trump have his fit.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
Don't tell us what we're going to
You're
feel.
in no position to
Don't
dictate
do it.
that. Remember this.
You're not in a position.
To dictate
We hold all the
what
cards.
we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
We're going to feel good. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now.
You don't have the cards right now.
Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with.
You don't have the cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling right now with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. You gotta make me happy. You gotta make me happy, or this ain't gonna work. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
Lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III.
You're gambling with World War III.
With World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said things?
Zelensky's like, where did I disrespect you? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, real, what disrespect? Literally, where? He just heard Vance say it, and so he's like, yeah, that's what happened. Because he's too stupid to actually follow along with what's happening. And of course, Trump doesn't like the word feelings, because feelings are illegal, of course.
Thank you once this entire meeting. No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save.
Yeah, literally, Vance was like, have you said thank you once during this meeting? Have you said thank you once? And Zelensky's like, yes. Yeah, I have. You're just wrong, dude. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong sometimes. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay. Calm down, baby girl. Calm down. You can be wrong. It's not the end of the world if you're wrong. Maybe if you'd say more right things, you'd be wrong less. And then you wouldn't have to get upset when people point out that you're just, like, wrong all the time, basically.
Your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country is in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No,
Can
you've
I
done a lot
answer?
of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
Your country is
You're
in
not
big
winning.
trouble.
You're not winning.
winning.
You have a damn good chance of
We
coming
are
out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said
stupid
thank-
president, $350 billion.
You
We
voted
gave
for
you
your
military
president.
equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave, but they had to use our military.
What about
If you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
you invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak-
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks.
This is our fucking president. This is it. This is our bitch baby in chief. Throwing his absolute toddler fit because he can't handle that he might, maybe, just like a little bit, be wrong. Because Zelensky is not kissing his feet and kissing his ring and sucking him off. He is correcting them. He is telling them that they can't just run roughshod over him. And he can't handle it. Oop! He can't handle it. At all. He can't handle it even slightly. We're playing cards and our dog's playing poker. That's what the headline will be. Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I tell you.
Just say thank you.
I said a lot of times
that there,
thank you
accept
to
that-
American people.
Accept that there are disagreements.
I said,
Let's go.
Vance, like, just say thank you. And Zelensky, who's fucking sick of this, by the way, is just like, I said thank you to the American people. we stand.
Those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's
I
very
understand.
important. That's why I kept this going so long.
Fucking Zelensky's face right now.
You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
the-
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't, please,
you're running
Mr.
low
President.
on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
President.
then you tell us, I
Mr.
don't want to
Mr.
ceasefire.
President,
I don't want to
please,
ceasefire.
just fucking
I
let
want
me
to go,
talk
and
for
I
2
want this.
seconds,
Look,
please.
if
Please
we
let me
get a
talk.
ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But
But
you're
Of course
saying you
we
don't
want
want
to
a
stop the
ceasefire.
war, yeah.
to you,
I want a
with
ceasefire
guarantees.
because you'll get a ceasefire faster than.
But Zelensky's like, just what guarantees? What is backing the ceasefire? What is going to prevent Russia from just fucking running roughshod over it all over again? And Trump's like, just accept it, just accept it, just accept it, just accept it. You think that's what he said to that girl that he was civilly convicted in court for essaying? Because that's what it sounds like. He's just like, just take it, just take it, just take it and like it. It's scumbag. It's fucking degenerate. It's fucking awful. It's the worst, actually.
ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what-
That
what
wasn't
this
with me.
means. It
That was with
wasn't
a
with
guy named Biden, who was not a smart person.
This
That
is
was
your-
with,
this
that was
is
with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins
It's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous.
to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is
Obama gave you sheets.
and
I
Trump
gave you javelins. I gave you javelins,
gotta
and they
be
gave
more
you sheets.
thankful.
What does the sheets even
Because let me
mean?
tell you, you don't
What
have
does
the
he mean
cards.
by
With
sheets?
us, you have the cards.
What the
Without
fuck
us,
does
you
he
don't have any
mean
cards.
by sheets?
Mr. Vice President, I'm sorry.
It's going to be a tough deal to make
Um,
because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks ceasefire?
Yeah, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
It's a heated conversation right
What are you
now.
saying?
What
She's
if
asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if
What
a
if
bomb
anything?
drops on your head right now?
What if a bomb drops on your head right now? It's equally likely that Russia breaks the ceasefire when they've already broken a ceasefire that was previously negotiated. That That's an equal likelihood to a bomb falling on that one reporter's head at that moment. Equally ludicrous ideas. Russia would never break a ceasefire, you silly goose. You silly goose. They wouldn't do that to me. I'm their bestie. Be so for fucking real. Be so for fucking real, dude.
Okay, why did they break it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect
They didn't
Obama.
respect Biden.
They respect me.
They didn't respect Obama.
Let me tell you, Putin
That's why they did it. But they wouldn't lie to me. They respect me. They respect me.
That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh.
If you're watching the Twitch stream right now, Zelensky's fucking face right now, it's dead. He's dead. He's so confused. He's like, why am I here? Why do I have to be here with these motherfuckers in this fucking room who are saying some shit that doesn't make any fucking sense? I don't know if it's my grasp of the language or if they're just like literally spouting nonsense. They're literally spouting nonsense, by the way. But he's just like, I can't fucking believe this.
Oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama.
He won't break the deals with me because we're besties.
Maybe he didn't. I don't know.
We're bum buddies.
But he didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is, I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing.
You're not acting grateful enough.
I think we've seen enough. What
you haven't slobbed my knob enough.
This is going to be great television, I will say that. All right. We'll see what we can do about putting it together. Thanks. I need the back of this. We'll see. I don't know. Guys, come on.
JD Vance like patting Trump's shoulder like, attaboy. You did it, Trump. Good job. Do you think he was wanting to get like acknowledgement? Do you think that was the point? Or do you think he was like just trying to like make Trump feel a little bit better?